So hello everyone, so welcome you all to my channel Maths with Anup. So today I am going to discuss regarding the topic profit and loss. So hope all of you are doing great. So let's get started. So these are the basic terminologies related to profit and loss. ओके सो सबसे पहला टर्म आता है कॉस्ट प्राइस. सो व्हाट इज़ द कॉस्ट प्राइस? द कॉस्ट प्राइस इज़ द प्राइस एट विच वी बाई थिंग्स. द प्राइस जिस पे हम लोग सामान खरीदते हैं. और सेलिंग प्राइस इज़ द प्राइस at which we sell the things. So there are two major terms. So one term is the profit and another term is the loss, which is the main topic of this chapter. So first of all, how this profit takes place and how this loss takes place, let us better understand with the help of an example. So first of all, let's suppose that I have gone to a shop to buy an article which cost me rupees 100. Okay, so that price becomes my cost price. So my cost price equal to rupees 100, and after buying that article, I am supposedly selling it to another person at a selling price of rupees 120. Okay, so obviously I am receiving a margin of rupees 20 extra. Okay, so that margin is known as nothing but the profit. So my profit will be equal to rupees 120 minus rupees 100, which is equal to rupees 20. So what did I do? I subtracted mainly the selling price from the cost price. Okay, suppose another example is that the cost price of the article is rupees 100 and I am selling it at a price of rupees 80. So hereby I will incur an loss. Okay, so my loss will be equal to rupees 100 minus rupees 80. So which will be equal to rupees 20, meaning nothing but loss is equal to cost price minus selling price in the condition that cost price is greater than the selling price. This is what it is written here. Okay, if selling price is greater than cost price, then we will have profit. If cost price is greater than selling price, then we will have loss. Now coming to the another term, profit percentage and loss percentage. Okay, so profit percentage is calculated on cost price, and also loss percent is also calculated on cost price. Why and why not on selling price? Because we can see with the help of example, the cost price of an article does not change in both the cases. Here also it is 100 and here also it is 100, but we can sell it at any price. So the selling price is not a fixed terminology. Okay, but the cost price is a fixed term. So that's why we consider the profit percentage and loss percentage based on cost price. So the formula for profit percentage is profit upon cost price into 100, and loss percentage is loss upon cost price into 100. So further let's move to solving some of the problems. So questions based on basic concepts of profit and loss. So let's take the first basic example. This question states that Mihir buys a book for rupees 625. So what is given here? My cost price is rupees 625. Okay. However, because of certain urgency, he sells it at a less price. Okay. So what is my selling price? My selling price is rupees 550. Okay. So obviously he is incurring a loss because the sell price is less than the cost price. We have been asked to find out the loss percentage. First of all, let us find out the loss. So what will be my loss? Loss will be CP minus SP, which is equal to rupees 625 minus 550, which will come out to be how much? It will come out to be rupees 75. Okay. So therefore loss percentage equal to loss upon CP into 100%. So which is equal to loss is 75 and my cost price is 625 into 100%. Okay. So if we calculate it, so 25 into 25 is 625, 25 into 4 is 100, so 25 into 3 times is 75, so it comes out to be equal to 12% loss. Okay, so this will be my answer. So this is a very basic problem. Now let's move further to the next question. A shopkeeper sold an article at 30% loss. If the selling price is 350, find the cost price. So here we are being asked to find the cost price given the loss percentage. So as the loss percentage, loss is equal to 30% given. So as this percentage is a whole number, so we will use a method called 100 method. 100 method, meaning that we will consider the let cost price equal to 100%. Okay, so my loss is 30%. Okay, so my selling price will be equal to cost price minus loss, so which is equal to 100% minus 30%, which is equal to 70%. Okay, now we have to find out that what is being given and what is being asked to find out. तो हम लोगों को दिया क्या गया है और पूछा क्या गया है. ठीक है, so we have been given that the selling price is 350. So that 350 is nothing but this 70 equivalent to 70%. So it is equivalent to 70%. What we have been asked to find out? We have been asked to find out the cost price. So we will multiply it 100%. Okay. So this is my cost price equivalent to. So we can see that 0 and 0 gets cancelled out, 7 5 times the, so it will be equivalent to percentage and percentage gets cancelled out, so it will be equal to rupees 500. Okay, so this is my final cost price. So this is the answer. So you have to keep in mind that this is one trick to find the, whenever the loss percentage or profit percentage is given in whole number, you have to apply this trick. We can apply this trick. So we will consider the cost price to be 100%, then selling price is equal to cost price minus loss percentage, so it will come out to be 70%. So what is being given? Given is 350. So this 350 is equivalent to this 70%. And what is being asked to find out? We have been asked to find out the cost price, so we multiply with 100% because we considered the cost price as 100%. Okay, let's proceed further. Next question. Here see, same as the previous one, but the percentage value is not whole number, it is instead of mixed fractions. So what will you do? We will solve it by using ratio method. So given profit percentage equal to 6 2 by 3 percentage. So if you reduce it to a fraction, what will you get? We will get it as 20 by 3 into 1 by 100. If you convert the percentage to 1 by 100, so we will get it to be 1 by 15. Okay, now here this 1 represents profit and this 15 represents cost price. So my selling price ratio will be equal to 16 ratio. Why? Because selling price equal to profit plus cost price. Okay, so this is basic terminology. So we have been given that selling price, but the selling price is given as 1600. That 1600 is actually equivalent to 16 ratio. So we divided by 16 and we have been asked to find out the cost price. Cost price ratio is 15. So हम लोग को दिया क्या है और पूछा क्या है, ठीक है. So we will get it to be equal to rupees 1500. So this is my final cost price answer. Okay, now let's proceed to the further question. So here another type, by selling a book for rupees 450 I lose 20%. So loss is 20% when the selling price is rupees 450. Now if for what amount should I sell it to gain 20% profit? So for profit 20%, what should be my selling price? So here we apply 100 method. Okay, so let cost price equal to 100%. Okay, now for case 1, what will be my selling price? So let's suppose this is my case 1, this is my case 2. Okay, so for case 1, my selling price percentage will be equal to obviously loss 20% and CP 100, so it will be 80%. Why? Because of 100% minus 20%. Okay, then case 2, selling price percentage will be equal to 120%. Why? Because cost price plus profit percentage. This is my profit percentage, this is my cost price. So what we have been given, this selling price is 450. Okay, this selling price is 450, that is being given. So you can take it as this 450 value is equivalent to 80%. What we have been asked to find out, selling price for this profit percentage. So this profit percentage is 120%. Okay, this 0 and this 0 gets cancelled out, so we'll get it as 4 2s 4 3s, and we'll get it to be equivalent to 2 2 is a 4, 2 2 is a 4, 105, which will come out to be rupees 675. Okay, this will be my answer. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let's proceed to the next question. Here it is given that when an article is sold for 355, there is a loss of 29%. To gain 21%, it should be sold for what rupees? It is same as the previous question. So let's solve it. So given loss equal to 29%, for that selling price equivalent to rupees, wait 1 second, rupees 355. And so here in this case, let's consider CP equal to 100%. So my SP will be obviously 71%. Why? Because CP minus loss percentage. I hope it is clear. Now to gain 21%, what would be my selling price? So given is, so here also my selling price percentage will be equivalent to 121%. Why? Because selling price percentage equal to CP plus profit percentage. So we have to find out the selling price for this case. So here it is given that selling price is 355 given. So 355 is equivalent to 71%. But I have been asked to find out what will be the case for 121%, right? So if we calculate it, it will come out to be 5 times. So it will be equivalent to 5 1 the 5. So it will be come out to be 600. 5 2 is a 10. Yeah, 605. 605 rupees. Yeah, correct. So this will be the case. I hope this formula is clear. Why am I adding and subtracting in? Why am I subtracting in case of loss, and why am I adding in case of profit? Because here it is a basic formula. Whenever there is a loss is equivalent to CP minus SP. So from here we are getting it to be SP equivalent to CP minus loss. Okay, and profit equal to SP minus CP. So SP equivalent to CP plus profit. Okay. So let's proceed to the next question. So here you see the concept is the same, but here the fraction value is given. So what to do? Nothing to worry about. We will consider the ratio method. Okay. So let's proceed. So loss is equivalent to given as 16 2 by 3%. So if you solve it further, how much will you get? You will get it to be 1 by 6. If you reduce it to fraction, simple. 316 is 48, 48 plus 2 50, 50 by 3 into 1 by 100. If you solve it, you will get it to be 1 by 6. So here for a loss of 16 2 by 3 percentage, my SP is equivalent to rupees 480, and here it is minus because it is a loss, and for a profit of 1 by 3 percentage, we will get it to be 1 by 12 if we solve it further. So here my SP is how much? That is the question. So simple. See, because loss and profit depends upon the cost price. This is my loss, numerator is loss, denominator is cost price. Numerator is here profit, denominator is cost price. So my cost price should be same in both the conditions, because both of them we bought it for same cost price, right? So here it will multiply with 2, here we will multiply with 2. So we will get it to be nothing but minus 2 upon 12. Okay. So here in this case, my selling price ratio will be equivalent to 12 minus 2, that is 10. Here my selling price ratio will be equivalent to 12 plus 1, that is 13. Why 12 plus 1? Because this is my what? Profit, and this is my what? Cost price. So selling price equal to cost price plus profit, and here selling price equal to cost price minus loss. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now coming to the question, what is being given? Selling price is given to be 480. This value is equivalent to 10. Now you have been asked to find out the value of the selling price with selling price ratio 13. So 0 and 0 gets cancelled out. So here we will get, if we follow the unit digit by the options, we will get it to be 624. Okay, so this is my answer. Going to the next question. Now questions based on difference of SP and CP. So here the question given is the difference between cost price and selling price of an article is 360. If the profit is 20%, the selling price is what? So we have to understand one thing is that if we see, one second, if we take the example that I have taken earlier, suppose cost price of an article is 100 and selling price is 120. So what will be my profit? Profit is nothing but 120 minus 100, that is rupees 20. Of course it will be rupees and it will be rupees. Okay. So what is this? This is the difference, nothing but the difference between CP and SP. Okay, SP and CP, but CP and SP, whatever. So here it is given the difference between the cost price and selling price is 360. So it is nothing but the equivalent to profit percentage. Okay, so in one line you can find it out, the answer to be equivalent to what is given, the difference is given to be 360. So this value is equivalent to what? Profit percentage. What is the profit percentage? 20%. Now what you have been asked to find out the selling price. If the profit percentage is 20%, considering CP equivalent to 100%, what will be my selling price? If profit is 20%, it will be obviously 120%, as I have explained in the previous problems. So what can be done? You can sell this one with this one, then 2 6 are, so it will be obviously rupees 2160. Okay, I hope it is clear. Next, coming to the next question. A shopkeeper gains 20%, another new type of question. 20% in place of 16% loss if the selling price is increased by 324. The cost price of the article is what? Now come to the question. A shopkeeper gains 20%, okay, in place of 16%. So let's understand with the help of a number line. Suppose this is my cost price. So shopkeeper gains 20%. This is my 20% value in place of 16% loss. This is my 16% loss. So the shopkeeper was earlier at loss of 16%, now at a gain of 20%. So in order to go from 16% to 20%, what is the distance covered here? Obviously 16 first he has covered, then gone to 20, so it will be 36%, isn't it? And the selling price is increased by above this. Okay, wait 1 second. So the selling price increased by 324. Okay, so according to the question, what is being given? Given is the selling price increased by 324. Upon what percentage is being increased? The gap is 36%, is not it? And we have been asked to find out the cost price. What are the cost prices of? Definitely we are considering 100%. Okay, yeah, it's correct. So what can I do? We have to do, we can divide by 18. 18s are 324. 18, it's not working. Yeah, it's working. 18 2s are 36. 250 is a, so it will be automatically 900 will be my answer. Okay, so this is my answer. Now coming to the, I hope it is clear. Now coming to the next question, another type of question. When an article is sold for 768, the profit percentage is X%. When the same article is sold for 896, the profit percentage is X plus 2%, 20%. So let us consider here as the cost price. Okay, so here the profit percentage is X%, and sold for 768. Okay, suppose the profit percentage is X plus 20%, So my same article is sold for 896. This is my selling price. Okay, so one thing we should know is that the difference between the selling price is same as the difference between the profit percentage. Okay, so this difference, whatever we are getting here, how much will we get? 896 minus 768, 8, so 768, right? Yeah, 16 minus 8 is 8, 8 minus 6 is 2, and 128. Okay, so here we are getting the difference to be 128, and here the difference is 20 percentage is equivalent to 128. Okay, yeah, so we can see that if 128 is equivalent to 20%, we have to first of all find out the cost price. So what will be my cost price? It will be obviously equivalent to into 100%. So 20 gets cancelled out, 20, 64, which is equal to rupees 640. So my cost price is nothing but 640 rupees. Okay, so what is the difference between the cost price and the selling price? The difference between the cost price and the selling price is nothing but profit. Okay, so my profit will be equivalent to cost price minus selling price, which is equivalent to selling price minus cost price. So selling price is 768 minus 640. So how much it will come out to be? 128 rupees. We can see that 128 rupees is equivalent to 20% profit. So this is going to be my final answer. Okay, as we have already calculated that 128 difference, that is the profit, is equivalent to the profit percentage of 20%. So my answer will be equivalent to 20%. Okay, I hope it is clear. Next, coming to the next question. Okay, wait. Okay, 1 second. Okay, next topic is profit or loss on CP or SP of an article. Okay, so let's better go to the question to better understand it. So here there are two types of questions. I have taken two types of examples. First question is, by selling 14 article, a person loses the cost price of 2 article. Okay, so person loses equivalent to cost price of 2 article. Okay, so as we have given that loss is equivalent to cost price of 2 articles, so we will consider that let CP of each article be rupees 1. Okay, I hope it is clear. So my loss by selling 14 articles. Okay, to sell 14 articles, a person has to buy also 14 articles, right? Once again, to sell 14 articles, by selling 14 articles, first of all a person has to buy also 14 articles. So if the cost price of each article is rupees 1, So the cost price of 14 articles will be rupees 14, right? And loss is equal to cost price of 2 articles, so it will be rupees 2. So what will be his loss percentage? Therefore loss percentage equivalent to loss by cost price into 100 percentage, that is equivalent to 1 by 7 into 100 percentage, that is 14 2 by 7 percentage, or equivalent to 14.3 percentage. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. What is being told? By selling 8 items, a shopkeeper makes a profit equivalent to here the profit is equivalent to selling price of 2 items. Okay, so we will consider, let SP of each article be SP of each article be rupees 1. Okay, so profit by selling 8 items, so my SP will be equivalent to, as he has sold 8 items, so and each cost is rupees 1, so SP will be equivalent to rupees 8, and my profit will be equivalent to rupees 2. Therefore cost price will be equivalent to selling price minus profit, right, which is equivalent to rupees 6. Therefore my profit percentage will be equivalent to profit, that is rupees 2, by cost price is 6 into 100 percentage. Okay, so that is equivalent to 1 by 3 into 100 percentage, which is 33 1 by 3 percentage. Okay, I hope it is clear. So if we are given that profit is equal to cost price of some items, then we have to consider the cost price of each article be rupees 1, and if we are given that profit is equivalent to selling price of some items or articles, we have to consider the selling price of each article to be rupees 1 and proceed accordingly. Okay, now coming to the next topic, or I shall say that the continuation of this topic only. So here, after selling 25 articles, a shopkeeper earns profit equivalent to cost price of 5 articles. Okay, so see, here we have to consider earns a profit equal to cost price of 5 articles. So we will consider that let CP of each, okay, it's not working, article be rupees 1. Okay, 1 second. CP of each article be rupees 1. Okay, so my profit will be equivalent to 5 unit, and as I have sold 25 articles, so you have definitely bought also 25 articles. Okay, so my selling price unit will be equal to 25 plus 5, that is 30 unit, because selling price is equal to profit plus cost price. Okay, so we have been given that if he bought articles of total rupees 800, so given that he bought 800 rupees articles, okay, so it will be equivalent to 25, and what we have been asked that then he will have sold it for how much, so we will multiply it by 30, okay. So 5 6 are 5 5 are and 5 into how much, 160, so it will be equivalent to rupees 960, okay. I hope it is clear. Let's proceed to the next part. Next part is that questions based on profit obtained is x times of the loss incurred. So let's better understand this with the help of an example. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. So the question says that Anu sold an article for rupees 480 at some profit. Had she sold it for 400, there would have been a loss equal to 1/3 of the initial profit. Loss equal to, okay, so this is the main thing of this question, okay, main idea you have to grasp. So first of all we will consider the cost price as, this is also known as butterfly concept, okay. So cost price, article sold at 480, whatever be the profit we will write in the right side, and whatever be the loss is 400, means had he sold it for 400, then there would have been a loss equivalent to 1/3 of the initial. So these 400 and 480 both are selling price, okay, selling price. This selling price is incurred at a loss of, at a profit, here it is profit and here it is loss, okay, and loss is equivalent to 1/3, 1:3, loss ratio is 1 and profit ratio is 3, okay. This is the meaning of the question. So as it has spread the wings like a butterfly, we consider it as a butterfly concept, okay, just a naming, okay. Now see here, there are 4 unit, 1 plus 3, 4 unit. 4 unit is equivalent to, the difference is 400 plus 480. 1 second. Yeah, difference is 80, okay. The difference between 400 and 480 is 80. So 1 unit will be equivalent to 20, right? Is not it? Because 4 by 80 is 20. So here 1 unit is equivalent to 20. Here 3 unit is equivalent to 60. So in order to get the cost price, we have to add selling price with loss, or we have to deduct selling price from profit. So therefore cost price will be equivalent to, let's consider this case, 400 plus 20, that is equivalent to 420 rupees, okay. What I have done, here it is the selling price, here it is the loss. This is the loss, this is the SP. If we have to go by this side, we will consider 480 minus 60, okay. If it is clear. Coming to the last question. So the profit earned by same question continuation, okay, means of the same type, not the continuation, same type. So here we will see that this is my cost price, So 830 is profit earned by selling an article for 832 is equal okay to the loss. So 832 and here it is 448 okay is equivalent means what? 1:1. This is my profit ratio, this is my loss ratio. So equal as they have told, so it will be 1:1. So for finding out the cost price, it will be 2 unit. Why 2 unit? Because 1 plus 1 is equivalent to 832 minus 448. How much it will be? So 12 minus 8 is 4, and here 12 minus 4 is 12 minus 8 is 4, and 12 minus it will be 8, and here it will be 384 I guess, if I am not wrong. 7 minus 4 is 384, yeah, 384, and 1 unit will be equivalent to 192, is not it? 192, right? Yeah. So the cost price will be equivalent to loss is 1 unit, so it will be 192 is my loss. So it will be 448 plus 192, which is equivalent to 2 plus 8 10, 4 plus 9 13, 13 plus 1 14, again it comes out to be 640 rupees. Okay, so what I have been asked, you have not been asked to find the CP only. Cost price you have got, fine. Now what will be the selling price of the article if it is sold at 10% loss? So this 640 rupees what we have got is equivalent to 100%, as I have already told. Now for 10% loss, my selling price ratio will be 90%. Okay, so 0 gets cancelled out, 0 gets cancelled out, so it will be equivalent to 576. Okay, so this is the final answer. So thank you for the time and the cooperation. I hope you liked it. Thank you.